Om Shanti. Let's begin with a few moments of Shiv Baba's remembrance. I sit in the awareness that I am a soul. I can see myself with the eye of knowledge. I am the shining star behind the eyes. The living being of light. I am the one doing everything through the body. I hear the words and say, this is right, this is wrong. I choose what to see, how to see. I am the one making choices, decisions. Creating thoughts and experiences. I've been around for many births. Acquired many sanskars. I am the soul. And for me, there is only one Baba. My Baba, sweet Baba, Shiv Baba. As I think about my Baba, I acknowledge his presence. I can see myself, the soul, sitting right in front of my Baba. The Supreme Soul, Nirakar Paramatma, the sweetest star of light, my Shiv Baba, the ocean of purity, sending waves of purity to me. I experience the waves of purity emerging from the ocean of purity, washing over me, and purifying me. I, the soul, am being purified.
Recording in progress.
The waves of purity as they touch me, they take away all my burden, all the dirt, and I, the soul, become clean and light. The light in me glows brighter, so bright that it touches everyone and everything around me. My Baba, in your company. I am purified. And I also get the Midas touch. As my vibrations touch everything around me, the whole atmosphere is light and clean. Just sit with these thoughts for some time. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Today we will talk about the home of Shiv Baba, where Shiv Baba lives. So I told you 6 things we will understand about Paramatma's description: name, form, address, qualities, occupation, and relationship. Right? So now we have understood the name Shiv Baba, form, point of light, address we will understand today, qualities we understood, ocean of all qualities, and occupation we will understand tomorrow. And then the relationship, yesterday we understood. We have all relationships with Paramatma. I, the soul. For me, Shiv Baba is the father, teacher, Satguru, mother, friend, brother, child, surgeon, and beloved. So all my relationships are with Paramatma. So today we will understand the address, or where Shiv Baba lives, and the place where Shiv Baba lives is also the home of souls. So we also come from the same world from where Shiv Baba comes, and in the introductory chapters about God, we discussed that God is not omnipresent, not living everywhere around us. He lives somewhere. He's a someone and lives somewhere. So where does he live? We will understand that. But before that, I would like to talk about some, something about some concept. Now you see, so there is a question, second day you had asked about the purpose of life. So we have not gone up to the purpose. We are just talking about, we talked about who am I, Second, we are talking about who I belong to. Okay, third question will come later. Okay, now today I would like to talk about one truth, which is, see, there is a perception or an idea that everything that exists, the proof of something that exists, it is perceivable through the senses. Yes, many people think that what you can't see doesn't exist, what you can't hear doesn't exist. Yes, but it's not like that. So there are two methods to see something. Yes, so one is when you see, you understand something. Second is when you understand, you see something. Okay, many things are not visible to these two eyes, but they are visible to the third eye. What is the third eye? The eye of knowledge or the eye of understanding. And when you understand that, you can see it. Yes. Now, can you see whether somebody loves you or hates you? No. You cannot see, love or hate. You cannot see happiness and unhappiness. But it exists. And when you understand somebody's state of mind, you can feel that they are happy or unhappy. Or when you interpret somebody's behavior, then you create a thought, they love me or they don't love me. So the reality that exists is not always perceivable through the five senses of perception. And you see, with science, we have come to understand the existence of that which the five senses can't perceive, but that which is perceivable through aided vision. Yes, so you cannot see the virus or the bacteria with the naked eye, but you can see it through a microscope, and then you say it exists because you can see it through the microscope. Now, have all of you seen the virus and the bacteria through a microscope? How many of you seen the microscope? Some of you, right? Not all of you, right? Not everybody sees it. Then how do I know? I am somebody who has never seen the microscope. So how do I know that a virus or a bacteria exists? So you see, when I'm hit by a virus or a bacteria, I know it hit me. Yes, so it is experience. So ultimately, the proof of existence is experience. What you can experience exists. Yes, so, and you see, there is a saying, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. And in Gyan, Shiv Baba tells us that Anubhav ki authority, the authority of experience. Yes. Now you see, somebody eats a mango and says it's very sweet, and then another person says no, it's sour, another third person says it's bitter. Then the person who has tasted it would say, no, I've tasted it, it is sweet. Yes, so the thing is, whatever you have experienced, experience is the biggest proof, right? And most things in the world are not perceivable through unaided or aided vision, but they exist. And if you can experience it, they exist, right? I will tell you one thing. Once I was giving a course to somebody, and then that brother says, I cannot see the soul, I cannot see God, so he doesn't exist, so the soul doesn't exist. So I said, I don't have any other proof. So I can only give you, the knowledge of the soul, the knowledge of God, and when you sit in meditation, you will experience both of them. But he said, no, I think I'm just imagining things. So I said, okay, then good for you. So then he left. But then he kept in touch. So I used to send him messages. And then after 5-7 years, I think, during COVID, he said, I want to talk to you. So I said, okay. So then he talked on phone and then he said, I'm feeling very anxious. So I said, why? So he said, because I have fear of death, and what if death happens, or what if one of my family members leave the body. So then I said, but that doesn't exist right now. Does it exist? Right now you are hale and hearty, your family members are hale and hearty. So, and I thought you don't believe in imagination. So you are imagining things, right? You are imagining somebody's death, your death. So imagination is not true, and then your fear is not true, and then your anxiety is also not true. So then he said, sister, I understand what you are saying. So I said, you know what? If we were devoid of, if everything could be just, seen and experienced, and there was no scope for visualization and stuff, then, there would be no experience of life. There would be no fear, no shame, no guilt, no ego. Yes, nothing, because when ego attacks, you are thinking about what the other person is thinking. If you don't think about that, can an ego attack happen to you? So, these things are everything, a part of a major part of our existence is here inside. And we have to understand that just like, you cannot see this, you cannot see the future, but you can be afraid of the future. You cannot see the past right now, but it is in your experience. It is as real for you as anything else. And that day I told you that how you experience other people is a product of your creativity. Yes, so you see as you are creating an image of people in your mind and experiencing it. So here we have to understand that when you understand the soul, when you understand Shiv Baba, and you connect with the soul, connect with the Shiv Baba, connect with God, the Supreme Soul, and you experience them, then you have the proof that they are real. The only proof of something that is real is experience. There is no other proof, right? So today we will understand about where Shiv Baba lives, where we come from, and there also you will have to go to that world through understanding. You will have to understand that world from where we come from where Shiv Baba comes from, and then when you understand that world, you can access that world. So let me first share a picture with you. So this is the picture of the three worlds that exist. Yes. Can you see the picture? Yes. So this is the three worlds that exist, and now you see this is the lower one, the one that is the first thing you can see, the blue color world, that is the corporeal world. The corporeal world where we are sitting right now, the physical world, where I, the soul, sit with a body. So this is the world in which, there is the sun, the moon, the stars, and the play is going on in this world. And then these two worlds, they are not above this, but beyond this corporeal world. Okay? So, do you understand the difference between above and beyond? Above can be used for something that exists physically. So, when something is physical, you say this is above, this is below. But this subtle world and this soul world, they are non-physical. They are not physical worlds. So they are not above, they are beyond the physical world, they are beyond the corporeal world. And whatever is non-physical, you cannot reach that non-physical on a plane or a rocket, or you cannot send a spaceship and reach that world because it is non-physical. You cannot have a physical instrument to reach that world. Then how can you reach that world? You can reach that world by understanding it and by focusing your mind and intellect on it. Okay, so there is the corporeal world, the world where we are playing our roles here with the body, and this world is limited up to the physical dimension, the sun, the stars, the moon, and wherever the rockets take you, all that is part of the physical world. And then there is a world beyond that which is called the subtle world, which is depicted by yellowish light here. And in that subtle world there is the Brahmapuri, Vishnupuri and Shankarpuri. And we will understand this subtle world later. Then beyond that there is the soul world. And in this soul world, the supreme soul, you see right above, the topmost, the figure that you see, that is the supreme soul, Shiv Baba, and then underneath are all souls. We live like this in the soul world. So this is the world of Paramatma and Atmas, and this is our home. And this soul world is called by many different names. So it is called Nirvan Dham. People say Nirvana, Nirvana. People say I want to go into Mukti. So this is the Mukti Dham. This is the Brahmalok, what you call Brahmalok in Hindi, what you call Parlok, Param Dham. All these are the words for the soul world or the supreme region. And we need to understand this region. So in this world, the souls are living without a body. There is no body. And Paramatma, the bodiless one, also lives here. So you and I came from here to this corporeal world someday, and then we kept taking birth after birth after birth. Now, have you ever had this question that the population is constantly increasing in this world? So where are we coming from? So we must be coming from somewhere. So this is the soul world, the home of souls, and we all come from this world to this corporeal world to play our roles. And we don't all come at one time. We come, in different times, and that is why the ones who come earlier and then the other ones, they keep coming down and keep joining them, keep joining the ones who are below, and that is why the population constantly increases. Yes, and if you understand this thing that we all don't come at once, we keep coming one by one to this corporeal world, then you understand that there are some of us in this world who have been here for very long, and some who have recently come, and some who have come somewhere in the middle. So that's why the level of tiredness that we have is different as a soul. Yes, so let us understand this. So have you ever felt that, you feel that this world is, this world has become miserable and then we need to do something about it, and there's a family member or a friend who feels that you're just being pessimistic, the world is not such a bad place. Yes, and why does this happen? Because you have been around for very long, and so you are tired of what's going on here. But the one who has come just now, they are not that tired. So the language they speak is, that this world is a beautiful place. But now we have been around for very long, so we feel tired. So this is just to give you a glimpse of something, but we will discuss all these things in detail later about the corporeal world and how we come and play our roles here. But today we will understand the soul world, from where we come. Now in the soul world, there is no body, there is no sense of time, there is no sense of distance. So you don't have any sense of time in the soul world because there is no thought in the soul world. So the soul is not just without a body, but even the organs of the soul, the mind, intellect and sanskars, they are merged in their, they are in the merged state. Just like you see, when you have a seed, so in that seed, the whole plant is there, but then the plant is not active right now. Yes, the plant is merged in the seed. Similarly, in the soul world, everything is merged in the soul. The soul has a mind, the soul has an intellect, the soul has sanskars, but everything is merged in the soul, and there is no thought, no decision, nothing in the soul world. There is just one state of being, total quiet and peace. And that peace also the soul doesn't feel, because you cannot feel anything when your mind is inactive. So it's just that the soul is in its state of rest and peace, but it feels nothing in the soul world. There is no thought, there is no sense of time. Now, do you understand that time and thought are related to each other? Yes. So if you are not thinking, you cannot have if you're not thinking, you cannot have an experience of time. Yes, have you seen that when your thoughts are very slow, then time seems to fly by, very fast. And when your thoughts are very fast, then time seems to not fly by. So have you seen that when you're stressed and you look at the watch, then the time is not going. You feel like you are it's just half an hour, but you've driven yourself crazy with your own thoughts. And when your thoughts are slow, when you are at a slow pace, then you don't feel the passing of time. So time and thought are related. Now let me give you an example to understand this. You see, when you're sleeping, when you are in deep sleep, in the deep sleep state, what happens is the soul goes into this alpha or delta state, or the brain goes into this alpha and delta state where the brain is pretty much not active, very, very silent. And in that time, when you are in deep sleep, you have slept for 6 hours, but when you get up, you feel like you just slept right just now and then you got up, right? You have no sense of time. But when you are dreaming, then you feel like, you slept now, you dreamt dreams, and then you get up after 20 minutes and you feel like you've been sleeping for very long. Because that subconscious mind is active, you're thinking. Dream is a state of thinking, and in that state you feel like lot of time has passed. And when the thoughts are slower, the thoughts are almost absent, then time flies by very quickly. So this is how time and thought are related. And in this soul world, the mind, intellect and sanskar are merged in the soul. There is no body, there is no thought, and there is no sense of time. Why am I highlighting this? It is because in the soul world, you stay for 1 minute or for 5,000 years, doesn't make a difference, because you have no experience of time, right? So when people say, I want to just go and live in the soul world, then you must know that in that state of mukti, or in your state of being in nirvana, you have no experience at all. So, we have been given an idea that when you go to mukti or go to nirvana, then you have an experience of being with God and being in peace. But that is not true, because in the soul world, when we really go, then our mind intellect is not functioning and we have no experience whatsoever in the soul world, right? And Paramatma also, we live with Paramatma, but we can't feel his presence, because in that soul world, Paramatma and I cannot communicate. The mind is not working in the soul world, right? So here, when we get the knowledge of the soul world in the corporeal world, right now you're not in the soul world, right? When you are in the soul world, you have no experience, just peace, quiet, and no thought, no communion with Paramatma, Shiv Baba there. Although we live in the same place, you cannot feel his presence. But in the corporeal world here, when I am here and I get the knowledge that in the soul world I am with God, here I think about how it would be to be with God in the soul world. And then here I can meditate on the company of Shiv Baba that I would experience in the soul world. But actually, when I go to the soul world, there is no experience. So, do you find that funny? That this is the funny part, that when you are in the soul world, you don't experience God. But here, when you get the knowledge of Paramatma in the soul world and you living with Paramatma, then you can, through your visualization, you can feel that you are a soul and Paramatma is there, and then is peace all around, and then you are feeling the company of Shiv Baba in the soul world. Okay. Now, why did I give you so much explanation about Paramatma doesn't give you an experience in the soul when you are there? Why did I clarify that so much? Because everybody in the world tells you that when you go to the soul world, you meet God. And then everybody wants to just go back there and live there. That is the desire of the human being, yes, mukti. You just want to go there and live there. And if I told you that you could experience God there, then you also would have that same desire. But Paramatma tells us that there you cannot feel my company. Although you live with me, you cannot feel my company. So you should not have the aim to go and be there and not come back. Got it? So our aim is not to go and just live in the soul world. Why? Because there is no action, no experience. And you are like a seed. Now let me ask you one question. If I gave you a bag full of seeds, okay, and I told you these are very good seeds, very powerful, they give very good yield, but just don't sow them in the land. keep them in the bag, preserved with you. How long will you keep them? Yes, for some time, and then you will throw them because they are useless. So, a soul in the soul world is almost like the seed, useless. Okay, so we come from there, but all our experience, all our action is here. So we shouldn't aim to become, just go there and live there, just be there. Because there we are not, there is no experience, no action. And that's almost a dead world. But here, why are we given the knowledge of the soul world? Because here we would like to think of myself being in that world of peace with Paramatma and drawing his qualities of peace, love, happiness, because that is a place where I and Paramatma are with one another in a private time, private space, right? So here you create that visualization that I am there alone with Paramatma, and it's just me and Shiv Baba and silence all around, peace all around, and I am drawing in the love and light from Shiv Baba. So you need to do this exercise, you need to meditate on the soul world, but when you meditate on the soul world, you are not actually going to the soul world. You are meditating with the knowledge of the soul world. And there, when you experience Shiv Baba and draw the love and light, then it's like recharging yourself. Okay, it's like recharging yourself, because you see, we understood that the soul does everything through the body, and it's like a mobile phone which is active all day. But then the soul also needs to recharge itself, because the light of the soul is knowledge, purity, peace, love, happiness, bliss and power. And if you don't get it from somewhere, how will you function well in this world? So what you do is, you think about the soul world as a private space where you and Shiv Baba are together, and then you draw in the love and light from Shiv Baba and recharge yourself, and then come back here and play your role. Okay, and there is no other thought, no sound, it's all peace and quiet and the vibrations of purity all around you. So this is why we need to understand the soul world at this time. Okay, now there are some questions, let's take them. Can a soul transcend from one world to another? Is it possible to retract back to corporeal world from the soul world? Of course, because at this time you just do it with your man and buddhi, right? You are the master of your mind and intellect. You can switch into the soul world and switch out of the soul world whenever you want, right? Because you are doing it with knowledge. But actually, when you are in the soul world, you cannot choose when to come down, or you cannot choose when to go back. That physically, practically, that's not a choice, because you come down at the time you are destined to come down, and you go back at the time when you are destined to go back. We will understand about all that in the future chapters. But for now, when Shiv Baba gives us the knowledge, then on the basis of the knowledge, you can switch into the soul world and switch back to the corporeal world whenever you want through the mind and intellect. Okay, so this is the answer. Okay, when we experience God in corporeal world, we experience God now. Okay, so I will tell you where this knowledge comes from and how we get it and how God comes to this corporeal world. Just like we souls come and play our role, God also comes at one definite time into this corporeal world, and He is the one who tells us about the three worlds, tells us about the past, present, and future. Do you know that Paramatma is called Trikaldarshi and Trilokinath? When you create a Shivlingam, what do? On that Shivlingam, you draw 3 lines, and then you have a dot in between. So that dot is Paramatma. And what are the 3 lines? Trikal Darshi, the knower of the 3 aspects of time. Triloki Nath, the knower of the 3 worlds, 3 loks. And Trinetri, the giver of the 3rd eye. So this is the meaning of the 3 lines, and this knowledge of the 3 worlds is given by Shiv Baba when he comes to the corporeal region and shares his knowledge. He is the ocean of knowledge, right? So how can he be the ocean of knowledge and not share the knowledge? So he comes and shares the knowledge. Without that, how will we get the knowledge? So we will talk about that tomorrow, how he comes, how he plays this role. But today we need to understand from where he comes. God is not around all the time. There is a specific time when he comes, and that time is now going on. That's why we are giving you God's knowledge right now, because he has come and given this knowledge. And on the basis of this knowledge, you can just, mentally visualize going to the soul world. You cannot actually go to the soul world right now. You will go to the soul world when it's time. Yes? Do you want to go back home right now? Yes, everybody says, "Mujhe utha lo, take me back." But when it's time, they say, no, let us wait for some time. So we are not ready to go back home right now. But in order to get ready to go back, we have to purify ourselves. And how will we purify ourselves? By meditating and thinking that I am in the soul world with Shiv Baba, and Shiv Baba is purifying me in that world where there is only light and peace. So when you do that exercise all the time, then you will be able to purify yourself and be eligible to go back. So this is one thing. Today we will also talk about what God does and what he doesn't do. Okay. Now 2 belief systems we will take. There's not much time, so let's just begin and see how much we can do. So first belief system we have is God creates the world. Okay. God creates everything, the leaves, the trees, the water, the mountains. God creates everything, right? Now, because you see, when we say God creates everything, let's ask ourselves one question. What is the world made of? The world is made of 3 things: souls, matter, and God. In this whole world, there are only 3 things: souls, matter, and God. Is there any 4th thing? No 4th thing exists in the world. So then, science says for matter, energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only change from one form to another. Correct? So, matter is neither created nor destroyed. Correct? Now, souls and God, spirituality says souls and God are never created, never destroyed. Anadi Avinashi. Okay. So when all the 3 aspects of the world, souls, matter, and God, are never created, never destroyed, then why do we talk about the creation and destruction of the world? This whole world is never created, never destroyed. Yes, then what happens to the world? it changes from one form to another. Yes, the world is not a straight line. It's not a straight line having a beginning, middle, and end. It's a cycle. A cycle doesn't have a beginning, middle, and end. As soon as it reaches the end, that's the new beginning. So the beginning is the end and the end is the beginning. So this is how this world works. It is never created, never destroyed. God doesn't create the world. This is an eternal world drama. This world always exists. And if it was true that the world is created sometime by someone, somewhere, then why don't we have an answer to whether the hen came first or the egg came first? Can you answer that? Whether the tree came first or the seed came first? Can you have a seed without a tree? Can you have a tree without a seed? No. Can you have a hen without an egg? No. Can you have an egg without a hen? No. Because one is the first cause, so what the cause and effect, they interchange. What is the effect becomes the cause, and what is the cause becomes the effect next. So this is how it goes. In a cycle, the principle is first the cause becomes the effect and the effect becomes the cause. Because when the cycle takes a turn, then that which was the cause becomes the effect. Yes, and in many civilizations, you have this picture of, a snake eating its own tail. Yes, and you have the symbol of the yin yang, where there is no beginning, no end, or a cycle where there is no beginning, no end. And that is the picture of the world. That is how the world works. So God doesn't create the world, nobody creates the world. This world existence is eternal. It always exists. It just keeps changing its form from purest to the most impure and then into the most pure. Okay, so this is how the cycle of the world keeps changing. So God, we believe that God creates the world, but God doesn't create the world. Next, tomorrow we will understand whether God sustains the world. Yes, and then we will understand if He doesn't do all of this, what does He actually do and how He does that. Okay, so today there is a lot of knowledge about new things, so churn on it. Yes, because new knowledge needs a little bit of churning until it starts making sense to you. So I told you what is what according to spiritual knowledge, but then you have to think about it until it starts making sense to you. Okay, so all day while working, talking, being with people, keep thinking about this knowledge. Keep thinking about, how there are two worlds beyond this also, and you can access it with your thought, and then you can think about meeting Paramatma in the soul world. Okay, so just think about these things, and we will meet tomorrow. Let's meditate first, and now we will meditate about meeting Paramatma in our sweet home. Okay. Sit in the awareness. that you are a soul. You are a being of light. This is a world of matter. I am in this world of matter, but I don't belong here. I remember my home. My home that is beyond the physical world. I unplug my buddhi from the world of matter and fly. I, the star of light, fly away from this world of matter. I cross the blue sky and enter the world of light. The world of silence, the world of peace. All around me, there is golden red light and peace. No sound, not even the sound of a thought. I am a star of peace in my home of peace. Just peace all around. Peace within and peace around. This peace is a sweet peace. Where my core is full of the experience of sweetness. I am calm and still. There is no urge to move. I am at complete rest. In my home of peace. I soak in all the peace and slowly come back to my world of action. I take my position behind the eyes and I am ready for peaceful action. I am ready to share my peace with the world through my acts of peace. Just sit with these thoughts for some time.
वो जगह बड़ी ही शांत है, तेरा मुल्क तेरा प्रांत है। तेरा मुल्क तेरा प्रांत है।
वहाँ खुशबू चारों ओर तेरी और चमक बड़ी निराली है।
वहाँ खुशबू चारों तेरी और चमक बड़ी ही निराली है।
संकल्पों का वहाँ बोध नहीं, हर मन अंदर से खाली है।
हर मन अंदर से खाली है, हर मन अंदर से खाली है। शब्दों में ना वृतांत है, तेरा मुल्क तेरा प्रांत है।
तेरा मुल्क तेरा प्रांत है।
वो जगह बड़ी ही शांत है, तेरा सब संसार है।
तेरी दुनिया सदा बहार है, रूहों का गजब संसार है।
उस जैसा कोई लोक नहीं, रहता तू जहाँ निराकार है।
रहता तू जहाँ निराकार है।
रहता तू जहाँ निराकार है। इस जग में वो दृष्टांत है, तेरा मुल्क तेरा प्रांत है।
वो जगह बड़ी ही शांत है,
तेरा मुल्क तेरा प्रांत है। तेरा मुल्क तेरा प्रांत है।
सबसे खूब वो तेरा वतन, हम भी तो उसके बाशिंदे हैं।
है सबसे खूब वो तेरा वतन, हम भी तो उसके बाशिंदे हैं।
जाना है उड़ के हमको वहाँ, कहते ये रूहानी परिंदे हैं।
कहते ये रूहानी परिंदे हैं। कहते ये रूहानी परिंदे हैं।
नहीं उसकी कोई सीमांत है, तेरा मुल्क तेरा प्रांत है।
वो जगह बड़ी ही शांत है, तेरा मुल्क तेरा प्रांत है। तेरा मुल्क तेरा प्रांत